Jamie Vardy to Ibrox, expectations through the roof. Thelo Aasgaard closing in on a £5 million move as Russell Martin builds a fearless new midfield. Rangers leading the race for Wolves' £10 million powerhouse Nasser Djiga. Lawrence Shankland snubs the light blues. Was he never good enough? And Owen Beck from Liverpool in the frame. But Ridvan Yilmaz could be out the door. Explosive developments, bold decisions, and a transfer window that's only just getting started. Stay locked in. It's all kicking off at Ibrox. Another week, another name on the radar, and this one could be a belter. After bringing in Emmanuel Fernandez and Joe Rothwell, Rangers now have their eyes set on a Premier League gem who's already shown he can handle the rough and tumble of Scottish football. The lad in question, Owen Beck from Liverpool. Now, Beck's not just any prospect at 22. He's already cut his teeth on loan at Blackburn Rovers and even had a stint up here at Dundee. And here's the twist. Gordon Strachan, the former Celtic man, was full of praise for the boy, called him clever, said he's got a brilliant engine and is the sort who puts the team first. For Strachan to compliment a player that much, especially one linked with Rangers, you know there's something special about him. But here's the catch. You don't get Owen Beck without letting go of Ridvan Yilmaz. Liverpool might be open to a loan, but they'd want proper guarantees he's getting game time. If Rangers want him permanently, the only route is selling Ridvan. It's a proper case of one in, one out. Should Rangers punt Ridvan Yilmaz to bring in a Liverpool lad with bags of potential? Or is it madness to swap a known quantity for another project player from down south? Well, it's official. Lawrence Shankland has decided to stay put at Hearts, signing a fresh 3-year deal and putting an end to the Willie Won't He saga surrounding a move to Ibrox. Now, let's be honest, there was a fair bit of noise linking the lad with Rangers and even some rumblings from down south with West Brom sniffing about. But when push came to shove, he's stuck with Derek McInnes in Edinburgh. And in classic fashion, he took to Instagram to tell the world he's happy, his family's happy, and he's ready to crack on. He might not have had his most lethal season. 8 goals and 8 assists in 32 games is tidy, but hardly fireworks. Still, 74 goal contributions now in 138 Premiership appearances is nothing to scoff at. The boy can clearly do a job. But here's where it gets interesting. Would Shankland have been a starter under Russell Martin, or would he have been another squad option sitting behind Cyril Dessers, who, despite his critics, finished last season as Rangers' top scorer and may still be on the move? In truth, while Shankland could have brought depth and domestic know-how, missing out on him isn't exactly a dagger to the heart. It feels more like Rangers are setting their sights a wee bit higher. Here's the question. Was Shankland ever good enough for Ibrox, or would bringing him in have been a step backwards masked as sentimentality? Now here's a transfer whisper that would make the old snug at the Loudon tremble. Jamie Vardy, the King Power hero, being linked with a move to Ibrox. That's right. The man who bagged 200 goals in 500 appearances for Leicester City, now a free agent, is reportedly on the radar of Rangers. Former boss Tony Pulis has weighed in, saying if Vardy did end up in Glasgow, expectations would shoot through the roof, and he's not wrong. This is a player who helped Leicester lift the Premier League and the FA Cup, a living fairy tale, a lad who went from non-league obscurity to England caps and Champions League nights. Bringing that kind of pedigree to Ibrox, that's not just a signing, that's a statement. Pulis also reckons Vardy won't be short of offers, and rightly so. The MLS is circling, there's Premier League interest still flickering, but if you're Vardy and you want passion, rivalry, pressure, and European football all in one mad, glorious package, you come to Rangers, you come to Ibrox, and you light the place up. Russell Martin's under the microscope already. With Celtic sitting smug after last season, if he could land a name like Vardy, not only would it fire up the support, it would put serious pressure on that lot across the city. Should Rangers really throw money and minutes at a 37-year-old striker who might be past his peak, or would signing Vardy be a sign that Ibrox is once again the stage for the bold, the brilliant, and the box office? Thelo Aasgaard. Remember the name, because if everything goes to plan, you'll be hearing it echo round all season. Rangers are on the verge of landing the Norwegian attacking midfielder from Luton Town in what's looking like a deal worth around £5 million. Talks are reportedly at the final stage, with a medical expected imminently. This isn't some speculative punt either. Aasgaard, just 23, has already turned heads in the championship, scoring 14 goals from midfield despite being stuck in a relegation battle with Luton. That's no easy feat. Add to that his international debut for Norway last November, where he scored while sharing the pitch with Haaland and Aasgaard, and you start to see why Russell Martin's so keen to bring him to Glasgow. It's clear this isn't just about plugging gaps. Martin, alongside Kevin Thelwell, is reshaping this team with purpose. Max Aarons, Joe Rothwell, Emmanuel Fernandez, they're all young, energetic, and versatile, and Aasgaard fits the bill perfectly. A bit of flair, pressing power, and an eye for goal. That's exactly what's been missing in Rangers' midfield since the likes of Aribo and Haji moved on. Of course, we've seen signings with big reputations flop in recent seasons, but Aasgaard's different. He's coming off a strong season, he's already played under pressure, and most importantly, he looks hungry, not looking for a payday, not coasting on a name. He wants top-level football, and he's chosen Ibrox to prove himself. But here's the big talking point. Should Rangers be gambling £5 million on a player from a relegated side who's only had one standout season? Or is this exactly the kind of bold move that could reignite the fire in our midfield and push us past Celtic? Rangers are not messing about this summer. The rebuild is in full swing, and now Wolves defender Djiga looks set to be the next name through the door at Ibrox. With Leon Balogun off to Aris Limassol and John Souta's fitness once again under the microscope, Russell Martin's defensive reinforcements can't come quick enough. Djiga, just 22, joined Wolves in January for £10 million, but has barely had a sniff of Premier League action, just 5 appearances and a mere 65 minutes to his name. Now he's being lined up for a loan, and Rangers are reportedly in the driving seat to land the Burkina Faso international. If this move materializes, Djiga would be the third defensive addition of the window after Emmanuel Fernandez and Max Aarons. And with Leicester apparently ready to offload Connor Cody, there's a chance we're about to see a proper reshaping of that Ibrox backline, something that's been overdue. Sporting director Kevin Thelwell has clearly hit the ground running. He was handed a huge job, and so far, he's addressing the cracks before they turn into crevices. But here's where the concerns creep in. While the defense is getting patched and prepped, the forward line is looking paper-thin. Hamza Igamene's likely off to Lille. Cyril Dessers is being courted by AEK Athens. And after Václav Cerny and Haji walked, there's a big hole up top. You can't win titles or get through Champions League qualifiers with a back four alone. Are Rangers making the right call by loading up on defenders first? Or is this focus on the back line a distraction from a growing crisis up front that's being ignored while rivals sharpen their blades? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.